Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are starting with a new batch and we will be talking about this new series that we have for you. This is the 1000 plus PYQ series. So यहाँ पे we are going to discuss about paper 1 and the different units that are there in paper 1, and we also are going to talk about this new course that we are bringing, and you can see the name. We are going to see NTA UGC NET PYQs, and we are going to solve 1000 plus PYQs in this series, right? So this time we are starting with paper 1, though we will also have English literature paper 2 batches going on. We are going to discuss the syllabus in this video, and we are going to talk about the details of the course. So what exactly is this course about? Why do we need to solve PYQs? जब भी कोई भी पेपर आप सबसे पहले देखते हो तो आप you need to analyze the paper, the syllabus of the paper, the pattern of the paper, and also you need to look at the various PYQs that have been asked. PYQs से पढ़ना is definitely one of the most fruitful method. So PYQs से पढ़ना is one of the most fruitful method. Why? Because you have a holistic understanding of the topics that are asked, what is the latest trend, what is the pattern, etc. I'm pretty sure till now all of you are aware about the pattern of UGC NET exam. But yes, this time also the pattern was changed. You must be aware that सबसे पहले पेपर कैसे हुआ? So पेपर कंप्यूटर बेस्ड होता था. ठीक है, कैसा होता था? कंप्यूटर बेस्ड था. लेकिन रिसेंटली में ही एक बारी एनटीए कंडक्ट करता है ये पेपर, और एनटीए ने इसको क्या किया? ऑफलाइन करने का भी ट्राई किया, बट ऑफलाइन इट वाज नॉट सक्सेसफुल. सो अगेन वी आर बैक विद द कंप्यूटर बेस्ड एग्जाम. नाउ व्हेन इट कम्स टू कंप्यूटर बेस्ड एग्जाम, कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन के साथ डील करना इज नॉट दैट इजी, राइट? सो यू हैव टू बी क्विक with the reading thing also. You need to solve questions quickly because we have timing. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कोई टाइम बार ही नहीं है, एक प्रॉपर टाइम है जिसके अंदर आपको ये पेपर खत्म करना है. You have two papers. You have paper 1 and you have paper 1 and you have paper 2. Both these papers are there. Paper 1 has 10 units, 50 questions, 2 marks each, and you have 10 units in your selective domain also. Your subject paper, जिसे हम क्या कहते हैं? Subject paper हमारा. Say for example, English literature. You also have 10 units there, right? 100 questions are asked from there. Right? 2 marks का question है, there is no negative marking. So many questions, 150 questions are there, and in this limited time you need to solve so many questions. So what should be your approach? First of all, you should know the units, and you should know that 5 questions will be asked from each unit, so I cannot leave any unit. All the 10 units are important, and nowadays the pattern is changing and paper is becoming very comprehensive. You have detailed questions, you have factual questions, you have analytical questions. Detailed में ही पूछा जा रहा है. You also have different domains, different units coming together. For example, nowadays they ask questions mixing math, mathematical reasoning as well as ICT together. Teaching and communication are mixed together. Detailed questions are asked. Not only the questions that were asked before are important, but now the changing trend and the analysis of the changing trend is also important. So in the course of the classes, what we are going to show you is how the questions and the level of questions are changing. We are going to solve each question. So I will project the question, we are going to solve it, and then we are going to analyze the answers, the various options that are also given to you, so that you have a better understanding. So एक बच्चे ने मुझसे एक भाई पूछा, मैम क्या क्वेश्चंस रिपीट होते हैं? And my answer would be no. Questions are not directly repeated, but questions are repeated in a twisted manner. Right? So a question say, suppose you have question number 1 and you have 4 options given with that question. with that question. Suppose the answer was A, okay, but you guys leave the three options. You don't analyze the three options when you are solving the things in the paper. Yes, then you have less time, but जब आप घर पे practice कर रहे हो, it is important to also look at these three options so that you understand that yes, UGC NET is again and again asking about these three options. Also, you need to look at the questions की basic trend क्या है. जैसे for example, previously from teaching aptitude, they used to ask a lot of theories, but now they are targeting only on what? Only on learner characteristics, right? So as a student, as a learner, कि क्या characteristic होनी चाहिए, कैसे एक learner पढ़ाई करता है, what is the non-directive learning? So they are asking about memory, non-directive learning. It is becoming very different than what it was. So it is important to analyze the PYQs. So in this entire series, what are the benefits you guys will have? First of all, first thing that is very very important, आप हमारे साथ, first thing what will happen, you will be analyzing PYQs, and solving PYQs is very important. It is imperative, it is of utmost importance. Then second benefit, you will और गेट अ कंसोलिडेटेड मटेरियल. आपको क्या मिल जाएगा? एक कंसोलिडेटेड मटेरियल ऑलरेडी मिल जाएगा कि क्या पेपर में आ सकता है, क्या जरूरी है ना. यू विल बी क्लियर विद द ट्रेंड as well as the pattern of how the questions are asked. You will have a question bank to do revision. सबसे जरूरी रिविजन ही है. कितना भी पढ़ते जाओ बट अगर रिविजन ही नहीं है, सो व्हाट्स द पॉइंट. देन वी विल एनालाइज the topics in detail. So critical analysis करोगे आप, critical analysis. This will help you to boost up your speed. थोड़ी सी स्पीड इंक्रीज करोगे आप हमारे साथ, है ना. Then what is most important, you will have regular what interactive sessions with me, जिन्हें हम लोग Zoom sessions पे बात कर सकते हैं. So उसे हम doubt clearing session कह सकते हैं, and you can interact with me. So we'll have the doubt clearing sessions. You'll ask your doubts. If not here, अगर यहाँ नहीं पूछ पा रहे हो तो Zoom calls के through आप पूछ सकते हो. This will make our class even more interactive. सो पैटर्न समझना जरूरी है पेपर का, किस तरीके से. नाउ देयर आर 3 लेवल्स दैट आर देयर. अब इजी नहीं है पेपर. व्हाई? बिकॉज पहले सिर्फ आपको JRF के लिए फर्स्ट कैटेगरी मिल जाती थी. JRF एंड असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ग्रेड के लिए यू वर एलिजिबल. द सेकेंड लेवल वाज दैट यू वर एलिजिबल फॉर नेट एंड असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर के इंटरव्यू के लिए जाने के लिए. नाउ देयर इज द थर्ड कैटेगरी ऑल्सो जो आपको PhD करने में हेल्प कर सकती है. तो यू कैन डायरेक्टली गो एंड गेट योर PhD स्कोर, start your PhDs if net is not clear. At least बारी बारी अलग अलग यूनिवर्सिटीज में PhD के लिए एंट्रेंस नहीं देना पड़ेगा. सो इसीलिए ही ये पेपर आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एनालाइज द पेपर, एनालाइज योर स्ट्रेंथ्स. in this series we'll be solving so many questions that you will get aware about your weaknesses, your strength and the changing pattern. And when you do these three things along with positive attitude and regular interaction with the teacher as well as revision, definitely आपका पेपर सॉल्व होगा. and I'm pretty sure आप इस कैटेगरी में आओगे, right? This will make your future endeavors even more easier. You will get whatever you want in your life, right? So these will be the benefits. If this is clear, I hope you guys already know that paper किस तरीके से आता है. So simultaneously you have paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is the research and so teaching and research aptitude का paper है, where you have 10 units, and it is basically a unit or a paper where they are critically analyzing you as a child and how comprehensive you are, how quick you are to understand the things. Paper 2 is specific to the subject that you have chosen, in which you have done your masters, right? So for example, it can be economics, it can be English, it can be Hindi, it can be any subject that you have taken. Okay, so in this in this series we also be discussing so many PYQs, and I will be giving you tips to solve the questions also. Now अभी इस यूनिट में, अभी इस क्लास के अंदर what we are going to do, we are going to talk about the units that I will be taking. So we all know that there are 10 units. Under me, I am dealing with these 3 units: teaching aptitude, communication, and people development and environment. So these are the 3 units that I take, while there are other teachers, other teachers that will be dealing with the other units that are there, right? So मेरे साथ आप इन 3 units के PYQs discuss करोगे. We will be talking about the PYQs, we will be talking about the various trends, we will be talking about the analysis of the questions. So teaching aptitude, communication, and people development and environment, I would say the 3 very very important domains that you must be very very clear. Why? Because practice is needed. पहले बोला करते थे that teaching and communication important है, लेकिन communication बहुत easy आता है. But now this is not the case. If you see the past papers, the retest paper that happened in 2024 and also the 2023 wala paper, you'll see that it is communication that is becoming even more difficult than teaching aptitude, I must say. Right? So no unit is easy. These 3 units are very 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 important. Why? Because हर unit से ही 5 questions आने हैं and इस unit के 5 questions are becoming difficult. Right? So with me you are solving and you are learning the various concepts that are important related to these 3 units. Now we will be discussing about the syllabus. So सबसे पहले टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड के बारे में बात करते हैं. दो आई हैव शोन यू द सिलेबस, बट वी ऑल नो दैट देयर इज नो सिलेबस फॉर यूजीसी नेट. देयर इज जस्ट you just have to learn by your own mistakes. You have to learn from solving the past year papers. You have to decode the trend on your own. So I have done this bit for you. That is why these courses are very helpful. You don't have to dig a lot, but you have to rely on us, and we are going to give you all the important concepts here in the class only, right? So an overview of the topics can be taken, but I will say that this is not the complete list of what is asked, because nowadays they are tapping on a lot of other things also that we will discuss in the class when we are solving the questions that were asked. So ट्रेंड क्या है, बेसिकली सिलेबस क्या है. सो टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड इज अ टॉपिक वेयर वी लर्न अबाउट हाउ अ टीचर इज कॉम्पिटेंट टू हैंडल द क्लास. Teaching is what? Teaching is delivering of facts, figures from a more knowledgeable one to a less knowledgeable one. So in this class, we are going to talk about how teaching is done. किस तरीके से टीचिंग होती है, व्हाट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ टीचिंग, व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ टीचिंग, लेवल्स ऑफ टीचिंग. Levels of teaching, there are 3 levels of teaching which we will be studying in greater detail. We'll also be talking about the founders of these 3 levels: the memory level, the understanding level, the reflective level. We also will talk about the characteristics of teaching and the basic requirements of teaching. Nowadays, the teaching is becoming so holistic. Why it is becoming holistic? Because of NEP 2020, this is a factor that has completely changed. Now, because of NEP 2020, 2 topics are becoming more and more difficult. One, I would say, is higher education, and the other is a teaching aptitude. इसीलिए ही teaching aptitude is also becoming difficult. Why? Because in NEP 2020, that is the goal 4 of sustainable development, that is the education. जो गोल हमारा एजुकेशन है, राइट, उसके लिए इतनी बात हुई है. उसके बाद वी हैव कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पॉलिसीज दैट आर कमिंग. नाउअडेज द एजुकेशन इज नॉट ओनली टीचर सेंट्रिक, इट इज नॉट द ओल्ड कन्वेंशनल एजुकेशन, but it is a very smart, quick, holistic approach that we are taking, and it is becoming student centered. So the entire paper now is driven towards child centric approaches. पहले वो teacher centric भी पूछते थे, but now it is only becoming student centric. Why? Because of the NEP 2020. So the learner centric approaches are important. We'll be studying about the characteristics of the adolescent learner, the adult learner on the basis of academic growth, social scenarios, cultural scenarios, emotional and cognitive growth. we'll be talking about the individual differences. Like some students can be field dependent while some can be field independent. बहुत ज़्यादा field पे depend करते हैं, teacher पे depend करते हैं, कुछ teacher पे depend नहीं करते हैं. So there are different ways in which the teacher can teach these students. The cognitive skills of the learners are very much different. So these individual differences are highly potent and highly important. Then we have the factors that affect teaching. Now teaching is not an easy thing to happen. There are multiple external factors that can affect. A teacher can be affected, a learner can be affected, the support systems can be good. Instructional facilities, learning environment and institutions all needs to be perfect. Now amongst these few, the instructional facilities are the most important. You always see about one question asked from the tools that are used for the modern teaching. Instructional facilities क्या होता है? Instructional facilities are the tools, the teaching aids, the instructional facilities that are used by the teacher to teach the class. This helps the teacher. They do what? They help the teacher to teach the class. It makes the class more interactive. Class क्या हो जाती है? ज़्यादा इंटरैक्टिव हो जाती है, ज़्यादा कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव, बिकॉज वी आर यूजिंग टूल्स एंड नाउअडेज वी आर यूजिंग मॉडर्न टूल्स. सो कैसी एजुकेशन हो गई है? मॉडर्न एजुकेशन. तो मॉडर्न टूल्स, दिस मीन्स www वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब आने के बाद, इंटरनेट आने के बाद, वी आर डूइंग व्हाट? वी आर डूइंग ब्लेंडेड टीचिंग. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? ब्लेंडेड टीचिंग कर रहे हैं, वेयर वी आर यूजिंग ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स as well as the modern methods to teach the students. So the tools, the instructional facilities are very important. The modern ways of teaching the class is important. For example, projectors are now used, smart boards are used. You don't have to conventionally go from one place to another to study. Education is not only the traditional manner, but education can be formal, it can be informal, and it can be non-formal. Teaching is not an easy task for a teacher anymore. Teaching is itself divided into 3 phases. टीचर का काम भी बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ चुका है. टीचिंग इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 phases. One where the teacher plans everything, what to teach, how to teach. She will consolidate her materials, facilities, methods, how to evaluate the students. And then in the second phase, she will interact with the students. And in the third phase, she'll evaluate. And if that is done, then only the teacher can move forward. So ये सारी चीजें हम पढ़ेंगे. We then are going to discuss about Bloom. हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? ब्लूम टेक्सोनॉमी के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, वेयर वी हैव 3 डोमेन्स. व्हाट डू वी स्टडी हियर? वी हैव 3 डोमेन्स दैट आर हाईली इंपॉर्टेंट. वी हैव द कॉग्निटिव डोमेन, द अफेक्टिव डोमेन एंड द साइकोमोटर डोमेन. एंड इन ईच डोमेन understanding and learning happens because of it differently. No one domain is important, all the 3 domains are important, and we'll be studying about these 3 domains. The teacher has to target on these 3 domains and on different theories to help the student learn. कैसी theories teacher बताती हैं? Teacher can use different theories. For example, the teacher can change the behavior of the students. So उसे हम कहते हैं behaviorism. Here we'll study about Ivan Pavlov, we'll study about B.F. Skinner. What are schemas, ma'am? ये ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आप मुझसे पूछोगे जब हम लोग ये थ्योरीज पढ़ेंगे. One of the most interesting things, right? So we'll be solving questions because these things are asked. Then we'll be solving questions related to the various theories of constructivism, behaviorism, constructivism, cognitivism. These are the theories. Theorists like Ivan Pavlov, B.F. Skinner, Lev Vygotsky, Brunner. These are the theories that are asked. And in the course, जैसे ही question आएगा, we'll be solving the questions and we'll be discussing about these different theorists and the theories that they have given. Right? Then what is asked in the paper? Nowadays, they ask a lot about the methods of teaching. So as I told you, teaching is no more a traditional offline method. but it is becoming online. Online offline दोनों होने लगा है, hence it is called as blended learning. In fact, a new concept like flipped classroom is also introduced. So we'll be talking about this beautiful concept of flipped classroom. Then we have seen that the teaching is becoming very learner centered. In fact, the entire learning process now is for the betterment of the learner. टीचर के बारे में इतना नहीं सोचा जाता. What we are thinking about is the learner only. So we have what? We have self-directed learning. सेल्फ डायरेक्टेड लर्निंग से ही पूरा, इनफैक्ट इन 2024 re-examination and the examination that happened before, this was the only concept that they were asking. They were asked a lot of questions from self directed learning. Carl Rogers की theory है. We have different models of this learning also. क्या है? Different models of education. We'll be looking at the concepts related to this also. Then we have self-directed learning के अंदर concepts like self-efficacy, motivation, intrinsic growth, right? Let me write it. So we'll be studying about self-directed learning. Self-directed learning. We'll be studying about efficacy, है ना? Then we'll be learning about self-control. Then we will also be looking at various concepts that are related to motivation. One more thing that is repetitively asked is memory के बारे में भी पढ़ेंगे. So these are the multiple concepts that are asked, right? So all of these things we are going to talk about. Then as it is becoming online, ठीक है, सब कुछ ऑनलाइन हो रहा है. सो व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट थिंग दैट दे ऑलवेज आस्क? व्हाट आर द डिजिटल इनिशिएटिव्स? व्हाट आर द इनिशिएटिव्स दैट द गवर्नमेंट इज टेकिंग सो दैट यू कंटिन्यू योर एजुकेशन, दैट टू इन अ ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग मैनर, इन ऑनलाइन मैनर. तो इसीलिए ही वी हैव स्वयं प्रभा एंड मूक्स, वन ऑफ द फेवरेट टॉपिक. इधर से तो हम इतने PYQ सॉल्व करेंगे, यू विल बी बैफल्ड टू लुक अबाउट दिस, राइट? सो स्वयं प्रभा एंड मूक्स. व्हाट आर मूक्स? मैसिव ओपन ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज, राइट? तो हम ये सारी चीजें क्लास में डिस्कस कर लेंगे. देन वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द टीचिंग सपोर्ट सिस्टम. ICT बेस्ड लर्निंग. ICT बेस्ड लर्निंग काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. एज आई टोल्ड यू, हर टाइम कोई ना कोई टूल के बारे में, जैसे कैनवा ऐप यूज करके टीचर्स कैसे पढ़ाती हैं, या फिर क्विज लेने के लिए कौन सी ऐप यूज करती हैं, राइट? एडमोडो क्या है? व्हाट इज LMS? लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम्स क्या है? ये सारी चीजें पूछा जाता है. देन वील टॉक अबाउट इवैल्यूएशन सिस्टम. सो वी हैव two to three very important types of evaluation: formative, summative and diagnostic. But this time they talk about imitative evaluation also, right? अपना आपका evaluation खुद से ही past performance से करना, right? So we'll be talking about formative, summative, norm reference, criteria reference. ये सारे हम लोग क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है? सो और भी बहुत टॉपिक्स आएंगे, दैट ऑल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. Then we have, so of course this is a topic that is not included in my domain, though I will not be taking this topic, but this is the second unit that we have, and this unit is called as the research aptitude. Now the research aptitude is a topic that is of course very important because और भी बहुत सारे papers में आएगी and बहुत सारे competitive teaching based learning exams में directly पूछा जाता है. So this means we'll be doing this in greater detail. यहाँ पे you have important concepts like research meaning, types, characteristics, what is positivism, what is positivism, and what is the difference between positivism and post-positivism approaches to teaching. So basically it is the types of teaching, it is the scales of teaching that is repetitively asked in the paper. So we'll be tapping on these three or 4 topics that are written in front of you. Then we have methods of the research. We'll be talking about experimental, descriptive, historical, quantitative, as well as quantitative methods. Then steps of research, thesis, application of ICT, very important, and research ethics. Now research ethics से जरूर एक क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, साथ में there is always question asked from probability. So और क्या important है? Probability is important and scales are important. What is the nominal scale, ordinal scale? इस बार भी यहाँ पे रैंक किस में मिलती है, रैंक कौन से स्केल्स में आप कर पाते हो, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आ गए थे. स्केल्स का ऑर्डर डिसाइड करने के लिए आ जाता है. सो यू शुड नो अबाउट दी स्केल्स, द प्रोबेबिलिटी एज वेल एज द टाइप्स ऑफ रिसर्च. व्हाट इज अ रिसर्च, व्हाट बेसिकली आर द 2 रिसर्च एरर्स, यू मस्ट नो दैट एज वेल. सो एरर्स से भी क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. व्हाट इज प्लेजरिज्म, हाउ यू कैन डू अ प्रॉपर रिसर्च. सो कैसे आप एक रिसर्च एथिक के साथ कोई गलती करे बिना रिसर्च कर सकते हो, कितना प्लेजरिज्म इज अलाउड, कितना परसेंट. दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस दैट आर आस्क्ड इन द पेपर. सो वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग दैट. देन वी हैव द थर्ड यूनिट इन आवर पेपर 1, that is comprehension. So comprehension this time also was easy, and of course it is easy. 5 questions are asked, a passage is given to you, and in this question, in this passage, so it is of course mostly the answers are directly present in the passage, but sometimes you have to correlate things and read it. So that is why, and read it in detail. तो इसे कहते हैं reading between the lines. So analysis की प्रैक्टिस क्लास में ही हो जाएगी. We'll be analyzing the questions that have been asked. You'll understand how to solve a particular comprehension. This is a very important unit. Then communication. Now communication is a topic which is very, very important. Nowadays they are only asking topics from media, right? So media, or you can say mass communication, is very important. But for understanding mass communication, we will also be looking at the various topics. और भी बहुत सारे topics के बारे में देखेंगे. For example, we'll be talking about the types of communication, types, then characteristics, and also models, because they also asked about this in the recent examination. But the most important one along with mass communication is the barriers as well as the theories that are there. For example, अभी recently उन्होंने पूछ लिया limited effects theory क्या होता है, and we always do this in my class. So we have different theories related to mass communication, and also what is the difference between mass communication and group communication. This was asked in the paper. They talk about new topics like what is hot media and what is cold media. हॉट मीडिया एंड कोल्ड मीडिया के बारे में भी ये लोग पूछ रहे हैं आजकल. मार्शल मैक्लुहन जैसे इंपॉर्टेंट थ्योरिस्ट हु हैव रिटन बुक्स अबाउट कम्युनिकेशन आर बिकमिंग इंपॉर्टेंट. द कल्चरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज बिकमिंग इंपॉर्टेंट. सो वी हैव डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन लाइक पर्सनल, इंटरपर्सनल, देन वी हैव ट्रांसपर्सनल, देन वी हैव इंटरकल्चरल. सो दीज आर द टॉपिक्स दैट आर आस्क्ड and we'll be solving these things also. Then we have mathematical reasoning and aptitude. We have another faculty for that. There are different topics. You always have questions related to number series, letters, codes or relationships. One of them is asked. And mathematical aptitude, where you need to be very good with probability. बहुत ज़्यादा आता है probability, ratio, and the favorite topic. इतना ज़्यादा ये पेपर में आता है percentage and profit and loss. Sometimes they also ask discounting. ठीक है. सो ये आई वुड से 2 सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं, बट विल बी डीलिंग ऑल द क्वेश्चंस दैट आर रिसेंटली आस्क्ड. नाउ हम सबकी दुखती रात लॉजिकल रीजनिंग. नाउ इफ यू सी द पास्ट ट्रेंड यू विल बी शॉक्ड जो 2024 में हुआ. So in 2024, both in the examination that happened before, that was the offline one, and जो re-exam हुआ उसके अंदर भी we realized that the logical reasoning was very different. इस बारी a lot of logical reasoning was asked from the western mode of doing things, है ना. western logic से ज्यादा पूछा गया था. It was not the Indian logic that was focused. इस बारी they asked about what? Venn diagrams. They asked about mood they asked questions from figures, and my dear friends, fallacies. So I saw 3 questions in one paper only from fallacies. So formal, informal, दोनों ही तरीके की fallacies are very very important. Formal, informal, both were asked. About 3 to 4 questions were asked from here only. Indian logic, फून, इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट, जितने भी सारे इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट थे वो इस बारी नहीं आए. न्याय फिलॉसफी ज्यादा नहीं आई. दिस वाज अ वेरी मच अ गेम चेंजर दैट हैपेंड. यहाँ पे ज्यादा क्या पूछा गया? कॉनोटेटिव answers, denotative, Venn diagrams. They asked about what? They asked about the chronological sequences. वो चीजें यहाँ पे पूछी गई. Then structures, arguments, categorical propositions. पेपर में बहुत आया है. Categorical propositions, moods and figures, formal and informal fallacies. So they focused a lot on the first part rather than the Indian logic this time. पहले ये लोग किस पे फोकस करते थे? इंडियन लॉजिक पे ज्यादा फोकस करते थे. Then this time, as I told you, the pramanas as well as the kinds of anuman were not asked, but still this thing is important. So we have questions related to them, but we'll discuss them, right? So we have the pramanas like pratyaksh, anuman, upaman, shabd, arthapatti, as well as anuplabdhi. We will discuss questions related to them. We'll talk about inference, variable relations that are there, as well as the hetvabhas, that is the fallacies, right? But the Western logic was asked more this time. Then we have data interpretation, one topic जो कि इस बारी तो बहुत easy था as compared to the examinations that happened in 2023 and 2022. So the standard is that paper is becoming lengthy, लेकिन आपका data interpretation easy होता जा रहा है, which is a very plus point for you guys. So 5 questions will be yours if you solve 1 DI daily. Then we have ICT. Now ICT is one topic that is very important. ICT का हर topic काफी important है. We'll be talking about the general abbreviations, the terminologies, and we'll be talking about the generations of computers, the basics of internet, intranet, email. हम पढ़ते हैं ROM, RAM, ठीक है, इन सब के बारे में. वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग, डिजिटल इनिशिएटिव्स. हर बारी 1 क्वेश्चन इज फिक्स्ड फ्रॉम डिजिटल इनिशिएटिव्स एंड 1 फ्रॉम, सो ये 2 क्वेश्चंस हो गए ना, एंड 1 फ्रॉम ICT and governance. So ICT is very important. Here questions are also asked from Trojan horses, virus, etc. Questions are asked from generations of computers and very very important, conversions इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है that 2023 से सारा इनका फोकस ही कन्वर्जन पे है. तो हम कन्वर्जन भी डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. देन आ गया एक इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक जो पढ़ना भी मुश्किल है, पढ़ाना भी मुश्किल है, बिकॉज इसके अंदर बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. सो इट इज नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड, बट टू ग्रैस्प इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट. व्हाई? बिकॉज देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. बट यही एक टॉपिक है जो आपको आगे तक लेके जा सकता है. व्हाई? बिकॉज यू हैव टू डू अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च है सबसे पहले तो, और प्लीज आज से ही न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना भी स्टार्ट कर दो. नाउ व्हाट ऑल आर द थिंग्स दैट आर आस्क्ड? Each and everything is important. We'll be talking about the Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals. Very surprisingly, 2 questions were asked from this topic in your paper that happened in the first time that happened. जो re-exam हुआ उसके अंदर भी एक क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था Millennium और Sustainable Development Goals से. Not only the goals, but the targets as well as the indicators are asked. So goals, targets, indicators, तीनों ही चीजें पेपर में पूछी जाती हैं. Then we have the human as well as the environment interaction. So we'll be talking about the anthropogenic activities and their impact. So basically हम यहाँ क्या पढ़ेंगे? Climate change के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, जहाँ पे we'll be studying about the problems that are caused in the climate. how the leaching of the coral reefs are happening, what is global warming, what are the gases, what is the global warming potential. These are the few topics that we'll be studying. Okay, what is forest fire, किस तरीके से pollutants are causing problems. We'll also be studying about the local, regional and global level पे pollution. So air pollution, one of the favorite topic, right? इस बारी क्या आ रहा है, they are tapping on the diseases as well as the pathogens or the causes of these diseases. Okay, so वो बहुत सारे आपको ऑर्डर्स दे देते हैं एंड आपको मैच द फॉलोइंग करना है कि ये वाटर के अंदर वायरस से कौन सी डिजीजेस हो रही हैं, प्रोटोजोआ से कौन सी डिजीजेस हैं. सो एयर पॉल्यूशन एंड वाटर पॉल्यूशन, ये तो दो इंपॉर्टेंट है ही, बट द चेंजिंग पैटर्न सेज दैट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स इट इज द सॉइल पॉल्यूशन दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट ऑल्सो, नॉइज, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट बिकम्स द वेस्ट पॉल्यूशन. दे आर इन फैक्ट आस्किंग अ लॉट फ्रॉम इंसिनरेशन, पायरोलिसिस, इन सब से भी वो काफी ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं. Climate change, socio-economic, political dimensions, as well as important pollutants are there. We also will study about the conventions, the different protocols, जैसे ही उससे related भी questions आएंगे, because ये भी important है. Then what is asked? The natural and the energy resources, solar, wind, soil, hydro, geothermal, biomass, nuclear and forest. Hazards का mitigation and the strategies are important, and of course we also will talk about these different schemes and protocols as well as agreements. Then we have the 10th unit, that is the higher education. So as I told you, जैसे ही NEP 2020 की बात होती है, इतना तो समझ जाना है कि हायर एजुकेशन मुश्किल आएगा. सो हायर एजुकेशन में बहुत ज्यादा फैक्चुअल हो गए हैं ये लोग. क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गई है? दे आर बिकमिंग फैक्ट ओरिएंटेड. हर चीज में आपको क्या याद रखनी है? डेट्स याद रखनी है आप, बिकॉज ये क्या पूछ रहे हैं, दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड ऑल्सो अबाउट डिफरेंट कन्वेंशंस दैट आर देयर इन लर्निंग. they will always ask about the different policies, governance, different administrative policies, different schemes if there are any, and also the digital initiatives. All of these things put together makes higher education a very important topic. Also, evolution of the higher education before independence and after independence. The schemes that are there are important. They also are asking about the plans that we have. So इंडिया के जितने भी प्लान्स थे, किस तरीके से हम आगे एजुकेशन में बढ़े हैं, ये सारी चीजें भी पेपर में आ रही हैं, राइट. सो दीज वर द 10 यूनिट्स जो हम लोगों के सामने हैं, एंड 10 यूनिट्स में से आई टोल्ड यू द 3 यूनिट्स दैट यू विल बी डीलिंग विद मी. सो वील बी डूइंग सो मेनी PYQs ताकि आपको ग्रेटर डिटेल में सारी चीजें समझ आए. ठीक है, I hope these things were clear to you. From the next class, we'll be discussing PYQs. As I told you, detail में हम PYQ discuss करेंगे. We'll be solving each PYQ in utmost detail so that the whole concept is clear to you. In fact, the solution is discussed, and we'll also be discussing the various options so that you know even further, right? So we'll be doing a divergent learning, not a convergent learning. So I hope you understood what are the 10 units, how are we going forward in these series, what all are the important things that you will get from this batch, right? So thank you so much for listening to me. I'll see you soon in the next class. Thank you. Till then, please study and keep on smiling.